1 minute ago, Barack Obama's secret ties to Diddy exposed in court. Full testimony shocks the world. Before we begin, viewer discretion is strongly advised. What you're about to hear is based on real federal courtroom testimony. It is presented for educational and entertainment purposes only. Names, places, and dates come from public sources and sworn testimony as reported by inner-city press and verified legal documents. This is not a story about music. It's not just another celebrity scandal. This is about power, secrets, and how deep corruption can run when no one is watching. Our story begins in a federal courtroom that was already buzzing with tension. The trial of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs had already pulled headlines for weeks, but on this particular day, everything changed. When the court doors opened and a man in a navy blue suit stepped in, the energy in the room shifted. This was no ordinary witness. He wore a badge tucked beneath his lapel and introduced himself only as a former high-ranking FBI agent. The judge gave a simple nod. No name, no backstory, just the signal to proceed. "I've been tracking Mr. Combs and his network for over 2 decades, the agent said, his voice steady. "What's new is that I'm finally allowed to speak." The room froze. Diddy sat silently at the defense table, jaw clenched. Everyone could tell this wasn't going to be another day of standard legal procedure. What followed wasn't just a list of allegations. It was a roadmap through the hidden world behind the headlines. According to the agent, the FBI opened its first inquiry into Diddy as far back as the late 1990s. There were signs, financial transactions that didn't make sense, private flights and parties that overlapped with known trafficking routes, shell corporations registered in tax havens, and every time investigators got close, doors slammed shut. Then the agent dropped his first bombshell. In 2001, during an international sting operation tied to Bad Boy Europe affiliates, we tracked money flowing through forged invoices and dummy companies. When we tried to move forward with warrants, the order was denied. He paused. That's when I knew. This wasn't just about celebrity privilege. This was federal interference. The courtroom erupted. Reporters scribbled frantically. Jurors glanced at one another in disbelief. But it didn't stop there. The agent produced a timeline. Every blocked investigation, every witness who disappeared, every prosecutor who suddenly recused themselves. And at the center of it all, one name that no one dared to say aloud. Until now. By 2003, we believed Mr. Combs had unofficial informant protection, the kind that's not listed in federal logs. That level of protection, it only comes from the very top. The judge raised an eyebrow. The defense objected, but the agent continued. There were 3 people in government back then with the authority to issue that kind of protection, and all 3 were connected to one rising political star, Barack Obama. The silence was deafening. Then came the documents, photographs from private events, travel logs, internal memos. One image showed a younger Diddy standing beside Senator Obama at a 2005 fundraiser in Chicago. Another, more damning photo came from 2007, a closed-door meeting in Washington, D.C., hosted by a powerful lobbying group with deep ties to the DNC. Diddy was there, not as a guest, but under an alias. This wasn't a photo op, the agent clarified. These were operational meetings. Operational? The courtroom shifted from shocked to stunned. The agent then testified that Diddy had allegedly provided campaign operatives with intelligence in exchange for protection. Not gossip, intelligence. The kind that changes outcomes, the kind that buys silence. Then, the defense made a fatal mistake. They challenged the timeline. The prosecution responded by introducing a redacted call log, a call made from a White House legal office in 2009, at the precise time a federal wiretap request on Diddy was abruptly shut down. No names were revealed, but the implication was clear. Someone inside the White House killed the request. We're not saying President Obama personally protected Mr. Combs, the agent clarified. But the system he built did. Just when you thought it couldn't get darker, the agent pulled out one final photo. It was clear, high resolution, taken at a private estate in Martha's Vineyard. 3 men stood together. Diddy, Barack Obama, Reverend Al Sharpton. This wasn't a charity gala. This wasn't a red carpet event. It was a meeting, private, off the books. The estate, owned by a billionaire with links to both defense contractors and Hollywood studios. This dinner was attended by individuals connected to sealed federal indictments, the agent said. arms dealers, CIA assets, and entertainment executives under investigation. Mr. Combs was not a guest, he was a host. People in the gallery gasped. The judge slammed his gavel. Order in the court. But the damage was done. The testimony was now public record. The photos, exhibits, and call logs were admissible, and the world was watching. Was this just about Diddy? Or had the courtroom just cracked open a much larger web? What do you think? Is Diddy a scapegoat or a kingpin? And what do Barack Obama's alleged connections say about the hidden ties between politics and entertainment? The silence from mainstream media speaks volumes. Now we ask you, can power really buy silence forever? Let us know what you think in the comments below.